Thank you for watching Dr. Josefina's Way, and I'm Laura Guttridge. In today's lesson, we're talking about unlocking your potential. We all have that hidden potential that has to be unlocked, otherwise it stays hidden. And in the lesson, you say that we should choose to do things that we enjoy, that interest us, hold our attention. Otherwise, we're not going to be successful. And a couple weeks ago, I was reading something, and I read a quote from John Lennon when he was like 10 or 11 years old. And his school teacher asked him to write down, asked the whole class, to write down what they want to be when they grow up. And he wrote one word. He said, happy. Well, I guess playing music is what made him happy.
Exactly.
And, you know, we have to really think about that. We have to do something. If we want to be successful, we have to do something that we're happy doing. If you don't like the big city, don't get a job in a high-rise building.
Exactly.
If you love the beach, get a job maybe doing something, maybe managing a hotel on the beach, a big resort or something.
Yeah. So, well, and that's, sometimes it sounds easy, but, you know, it's just like the person really has to have a quiet time. And some people, like John Lennon, it was nice and easy. Like in my case too, from day one, I knew what I wanted to be. I wanted always to be a teacher. So for some of us, it's easier than other people. So what I recommend people to do is just, they really have to take the time to determine what is of value to them, what is important to them. What is that thing that when you start doing it, you get lost. You look at the time, oh my God, the day went by and you just were busy or entertained or just being creative with what you love to do. So that's one of the, like, an asset test. And how do I find out what will make me happier? What will get my attention? What will I do even if I don't get paid? So, and sometimes people don't take that time, and that's what I recommend. Number one is to take that time to do that.
Well, I think probably the reason they don't take that time is because there's no guarantees. And when you take the time to do that, it might not lead you, or you may think it's not going to lead you in the right direction, but it ultimately does, because doing the right thing and taking the right steps, although you don't have that instant gratification, it will lead you in that right direction, and maybe it'll be something that you never even thought of.
Exactly. See, because I think it's a big difference between earning a salary, making a living, and doing what you love to do. So sometimes people, like you were saying, it's instant gratification or the excuse where I have to pay my bills. I'm not saying that you don't pay your bills, that you're not going to pay your bills and your rent and your telephone and all those things. But in the meantime, while you have a job to pay the bills, then you start here following what is the real passion for you. What is that really allows you to be completely in that state with what I call nirvana, perfection, in which you are doing exactly what it is that you want to do. And that's one of the reasons, if people want to be happy, that's one of the key. One of the keys to be happy is do what you love to do.
Right. And it's important too, you mentioned not to lose that lack of passion. And sadly, I think a lot of times people, they get stuck in doing a certain job, and they may hate it, but they have to do it to pay the bills, and they stop trying to reach any potential. And that's when the passion is gone, and it's sad because that happens so often.
Absolutely. And that doesn't mean that we are saying that it's easy and saying that, you know, you're not doing what you want to do because you're having a job that is to pay your bills. It's all about personal development. It's about that this is you. Then see, we have to sort of take ourselves out of the world, so to speak, and say, okay, what is in my heart? One of the beautiful things when people start setting goals, and the next show is going to be about that, you know, belief without evidence, is that you take what is in your heart and then you bring it to your head. If I go from my head, well, I have to pay my bills, so I have to get this job, then I'm not going to fulfill my goals, and I'm not going to fulfill my dream, my real purpose. But when I really take the time to see what's in my heart, and then bring it to my head, and then set my goals, and then do the steps that I need to do, and not believe in the circumstances and allowing others to define me and telling me
Right.
you can't do
Right.
it, then I'm in my path to growth and development and
Yes.
unleashing my power and my potential. But it takes discipline.
It does, and it reminds me of you can't have the building without building the foundation.
Absolutely.
And it's your passions and the things that you love to do. You can consider those the foundations, and then if you start living that way, then the building will be built.
Absolutely. And then when you build that building, then comes something called patience.
Yes.
And like you were saying before, we want everything instantly
Yeah.
because we live in this society right now. And I want all my viewers or our people to know that taking the steps and having the patience, and sometimes it's frustrating, and sometimes you feel, oh my God, what am I doing? Am I always gonna make it? But you know what? The thing is that if you take the steps and then you die tomorrow, that's the worst case scenario, you drop dead tomorrow, at least you were taking the step, and taking the steps makes you happy because you're moving in that direction.
Right. And you also mentioned here, I think we should talk about it, that human nature actually looks for excuses not to fulfill this potential we have.
Yes. Why? Because once when I make the choice to make to make the excuses, then I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, it's
I
easier.
can justify my mediocrity. I can say, well, the circumstances, or I don't have the money, or the economy is bad. You see
Yeah.
right now people with this economy making millions of dollars.
Yes.
Why is that? Because they decided, you know what, I don't live in that economy.
Right.
And then it's all about what I was saying in the lesson, renewing your mind. The renewal of your mind means to renew your attitude every single day.
Yes.
What am I thinking? What are
Yeah.
my thoughts?
Yes, and it's so important. We can be our own worst enemy,
Yes.
or our best friend to ourselves. So.
Exactly. So it's important that we really get together and have the patience. Adore yourself. Take yourself aside and discover what is your real purpose in this life. Thank you,
Right.
gorgeous.
Thank you, beautiful.
Mwah. I am Dr. Josefina Monasterio with Healthy Power TV.
And I'm Laura Guttridge. Dr. Josefina, can you please give us a little idea of the next show?
Baby, I will be very happy. Next show is about believe without evidence. So most people want show to me first.
Yeah.
So next show is fabulous. So you don't want to miss. So tell your friends, tell everybody, Facebook us, Twitter us, email us, send your question, and we are ready to respond.
That's right.